This is an anatomy book. Muscles, digestive system, heart and blood vessels, lungs, skeleton and nervous system. This book is lifeless. The human body is the living version of this book. What are letters on the human body then? There are no letters on the human body. Everything is alive. Amino acids are the building blocks of almost the entire human body. We cannot see amino acids with the naked eye because they are microstructures made of atoms. The same elements are used. So much is made of one thing. Amino acids consist of 3 parts of molecules: amino group, carboxyl group, and R group. The only part that changes is the R group. In amino acids, the R group often contains hydrogen and carbon atoms, sometimes sulfur or phosphorus. With each change, the name of the amino acid changes. We can call these Legos amino acids. When these come together, a protein is produced. I have obtained a protein. Something like that. Protein is the smallest particle of life. If we take the construction example, sometimes bricks, sometimes columns, sometimes masters, sometimes work machines. Protein is such a wonderful robot. Our published books have an average of 8,000 words. In the Human Body book, 20,000 different words, namely protein, are used. The words we use when speaking consist of an average of 5 letters. For example, insulin. It is a protein. It consists of 51 amino acids. Proteins consist of an average of 375 letters. Amino acids are selected according to the properties of proteins. Some have 12, some have 42, some have 18, and these need to be assembled in a special way. We can understand this better like this. There is a genre called anamorphic sculpture in contemporary sculpture art. Hundreds of pieces are placed in different positions with ropes. You can only see the work of art when you look at it from a certain angle. Amino acids are only beneficial to the body if they take a certain position. Proteins function in 1001 different structures in the body. The cells in my eye are different. The cells in my tongue are different. The cells in my hair are different. The cells in my hand are different. There are 200 types of such cells in the human body. And these 200 types of cells consist of 1001 types of proteins. All solid parts of our body that do not contain fat are made of protein. Unless proteins are shaped according to the order and plan in DNA, they cannot perform the task they are supposed to do. Proteins are also work machines that carry out all kinds of synthesis in cells. It can be both a column and a wall. He is also a master and builds these walls. Let's examine a protein. There's a protein called titin, a protein necessary for muscle movement. A protein called titin is formed from 34,350 amino acids. It enables our muscles to work and contract. In order for titin to be formed, 34,350 letters must be used correctly. This is a phone number. If even a single digit changes, I can't search for the right place. Or if I change the last number, I cannot reach the place I am looking for. For the correct protein, that is, the correct dictionary, 34,350 amino acids must be arranged correctly, and it needs to be deployed correctly in 3 dimensions. What happens if my body doesn't create the right protein, Titan? Or what would happen if there was a defect in one of the 34,000 amino acids?
A protein to fold into such. So what causes these diseases is when proteins do fold an abnormal, an aggregated conformation, then they become toxic. So what we need to understand is
I may become muscle disease or atrophy, or scoliosis may occur. Being healthy is not normal for the extraordinarily complex human body. It is normal that we struggle with thousands of diseases. For this reason, being healthy itself is a completely different and incredible miracle. Titin is just one of the 20,000 proteins in our body. So what are the chances of the human book being formed by chance with the right amino acids? The world's largest science channel on YouTube is Kurzgesagt.
Cells speak a language this
Kurzgesagt calculates this probability as follows.
There are 21 amino acids that can be combined to form proteins. And proteins are made up of dozens to hundreds to thousands of amino acids. For the average protein length of a human cell of 375 amino acids, you get a stunning 6.8 times 10 to the power of 495 possible proteins your cells can make. A quadrillion Google times more than there are atoms in the universe. Most of these possible proteins are useless. Just like with human language, most random letter combinations are just gibberish. So you need to know which words, which proteins make up.
Let's try a protein with 7 amino acids, not a protein with 34,000 amino acids. I have a letter pad in my hand. It consists of 26 letters. Can I pour these letters on the table and wait for a meaningful word to form? I chose one from each of 26 letters. Let's write the name of a protein with 7 letters. If I pour those letters from above, would you believe it if the name of the amino acid glycine appeared from the letters I wrote? You think there is a trick. You think someone lined these up. There is a possibility that the entire word is spelled correctly. 1 divided by 26 to the 7th power. The probability of spelling glycine correctly for these letters is 1 in 8,031,810,176. There is a need for a power that controls all amino acids and coordinates them. This power is here, my fingers and my mind. The job does not end with the correct ordering. Amino acids have different charges. Some are more negative, others are more positive. Under the influence of these forces, proteins are produced. Electric charges, angles, there are many factors like that. Only in certain positions does a real protein form. What are the odds of such a wonderful, extraordinary book occurring randomly? First, let's look at this book in my hand. Let me consider the possibility of this lifeless paper book forming randomly. Is it possible if I put papers, pencils, and paints in a room? Trillions of years pass, rain falls, lightning strikes. And eventually, this book is created. This is what they experimented with.
Give 6 monkeys a computer, and what do you get? Certainly not Shakespeare.
A working group consisting of faculty members and students of Plymouth University in England conducted an experiment with the permission from Paignton Zoo in 2003. They left a keyboard in front of the monkeys and announced their observations via a radio broadcast and website. The result was this. The monkeys wrote a text consisting mostly of the letter S and was only 5 pages long. The experiment ended after 1 month as follows. Father Monkey crushed the keyboard with a stone. Other monkeys also defecated on the keyboard. The outcome of the theorem was bad. The experiment was published as a limited edition mini-book.
No words to describe monkey play. A bizarre experiment by a group student has found monkeys cannot write Shakespeare.
In real life, not all of Shakespeare's works, not even a single sentence, come into being randomly.